The Materials Recovery Facility, located at 20,000 8 Mile Road, recently suffered extensive damage in a fire. While there were no injuries that occurred, the entire building and recycling drop-off site is closed until further notice. At press time, the fire was still under investigation, and it had been determined that the fire began in the building's infeed area.
Well, the plant has been ravaged by fire. We don't know yet the extent of the damage. We know that a significant amount of the building has been destroyed and a significant amount of the equipment has been destroyed. But we really haven't had the opportunity to go in and completely inventory the damage, primarily because it's an active scene. We still have debris that's smoldering inside the building, and so that material is being extracted, and then water is being put on it so that we can distinguish all the hot spots. At a certain point, we'll be able to go in and evaluate both the structural integrity of the building, and once we understand what that is completely, we'll be able to do a more accurate inventory of the damage of the equipment. The fire began, it appears, and we don't know for sure, that's again, it's an open investigation, but it appears that it began in our infeed area. That's the area into which material is loaded from the tip floor before it begins the processing of, or the sorting process. The fire was quickly beyond the ability of our suppression system to effectively deal with it, and Southfield Fire Department was en route immediately. At a certain point, though, during their efforts, the smoke and the heat became too intense, and they were inside the building appropriately geared up, but at a certain point they had to withdraw from the building for safety reasons and had to fight the fire from the exterior of the building. It was the amount of smoke and heat was tremendous, and unfortunately nobody was hurt.
The fire was so extensive that smoking embers were still coming from the site days after the fire started.
The fire began around 12:30 on Tuesday, and as of Thursday midday, we still have burning material that is being extracted so that it can be more effectively dealt with on the exterior of the building. So we have heavy equipment operators that are on site pulling material out so the fire department can more effectively reach that material. In a facility like this, you have oftentimes compressed bales of paper that are waiting to be shipped to a paper mill somewhere. And if one of those maybe has some small heat inside it that can smolder for a while, once it opens up, it will begin to flame. And so the idea is to pull all the inventory out, get it out into the open parking lot, use the heavy equipment to break it open, so then the fire department can put water on every square inch of that material so it can be clearly extinguished.
Though the fire ravaged the facility, it won't affect the processing of recyclables of Southfield residents.
By and large, for Southfield residents, it doesn't mean anything yet. In terms of impact at the curb, for those folks that recycle, and we encourage everybody to recycle, we want you to continue to recycle. Your city's contractor, Waste Management, will continue to pick up the material. The only difference is, instead of bringing it to our site here in Southfield, they'll take it to another facility here in the Detroit metropolitan area. And our partner here at the site, Community Recycling, they have 3 other facilities to which Waste Management will take that material. So it'll still get processed, and it'll still get shipped into the market and become part of that value chain in the manufacturing industry. So from that standpoint, there's really no impact.
To learn about any new developments regarding the fire, visit RRRASOC.org.